Yeah. How you doing?
Welcome and see you.
A very good afternoon and welcome. It's afternoon, isn't it? Is it? Yes, it is. It is afternoon and we want to welcome you to this live broadcast. We're coming to you from the Georgetown Public Hospital, the Middle Street entrance, where a number of MPs have walked out of Parliament and are here to join with the protesters in making a statement. As you would have been told, that the Speaker has disallowed a motion from the Human Rights Association. The Speaker has disallowed a motion from the opposition. The Speaker has disallowed motions that has to do with a debate on Adriana Young. That's what's happening. The Speaker said that everything that the government has done is commendable so far. So he did not allow no motion, none whatsoever, to be discussed in the House on the death of Adriana Young. And that tells you a lot. That tells you a lot because it shows you that this government does not really care about people. They do not care about people. I have with me Vincent Henry here on the protest line. Vincent, and I have as well MP as well, Gita Chandan Edmund on the line. There's a fight. All right, that was a little ruckus going on there, a little thing there. But yes, we have MP Vincent Henry, Gita Chandan Edmund, and we have as well Mr. Holder, MP, on the line. Vincent, your thoughts on the Speaker's words this morning pertaining to the motion that was brought to the House on the death of Adriana. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it is very important to know that the Speaker is representing the People's Progressive Party. He is speaking in line with what he was told to speak, whatever decisions are to be made by the PPP. And what is clearly shown is that the motion was seeking or just requesting that a system be put in place that whenever there is an abduction or anything that resembles an abduction of a child in Guyana, be it on the coast of Guyana or the hinterland of Guyana, that a system be put in place for rapid deployment of resources, being human and otherwise, to make sure that the child is safeguarded or children are safeguarded. But what we have seen is that that is not of importance to the People's Progressive Party. What is of importance to them is to show that they can save their face and that the bad job that they are doing, they want to claim that it's a good job. They have not put a system in place. There is no system in place. We saw what happened recently at the hotel where nothing was there for quick response. That's all we are asking, and when we become the government, we are going to put that system in place because Guyanese deserve it. Our children deserve it. That child could have been any one of our children, any one of our child, and they deserve to be safeguarded. Thank you.
One other thing, MP, I mean, the whole country is appalled at the government response to this whole situation. But what have you been hearing from your community, the indigenous people's community? What have they been saying about this whole incident?
Everywhere you go, people are talking in a horrified manner. They're horrified that this happened to a child and could happen to any one of our children. They're total. Everybody felt what's happened there, and everybody wants that. Again, a system be put in place to safeguard our children. And this PPP will not give us that. They will try to put, cover-ups and things like that in place. They will not give us that. We have to change this government.
Gita, Parliament, in problems, in chaos, did not move on the motion, did not allow the motion to go forward. I know that you might have been very much disappointed on this whole matter. Share your thoughts with us.
Thanks, Andrew. The scene here is very overwhelming. Energy tensions are very high here, and rightfully so. A child has lost her life. I think I might get emotional here because I'm also the mother of a 12-year-old. And every time I look at images of this child, I picture my child as well. It's very painful, it's heart-wrenching, and it is very painful, devastating to see the way in which the police has handled this matter. As a former magistrate, I can tell you that the police, they have breached the law, they have breached their own standard operating procedures in which they have handled this matter. And that is very, very troubling. The president has used the term that heads must roll, and heads must roll. Those who are complicit, those who are accessory, they have to feel the brunt of the law, the full brunt of the law. I am calling for justice. I will not make any further pronouncements or any further statements until I have seen the autopsy report and that from the pathologist. But all I will say is that this child, this family, the relatives, the nation deserves answer. They deserve justice. Thank you.
MP Edith Chandan Edmond giving her statement on this matter. Look out here, there's a lot of folks out there, a lot of people out there to give solidarity. The autopsy is still going on inside. But the people are here to give support, to stay watch. The whole country, as you would have been told, is in serious crisis. A number of schools, I was told, did not show up in full strength today. A number of schools across the nation did not show up in full strength today. All right? And in support, in solidarity with Adriana Young and her family on this matter. I have with me MP holder You were in Parliament, you saw what the Speaker said. What are your thoughts?
I think, look, this is how the PPP has always operated, and the Speaker today did a great disservice to this nation. He did great harm. He made the situation actually worse in putting forward or moving forward with the PPP agenda. What should have occurred is that the motion is a good motion. It is a motion that is intended to protect our little children, especially our girls, young girls and boys, whenever these situations occur. And as such, that motion should have been allowed on the floor. We should have had a debate, and we should have come up together as a parliament with a proper solution to this situation. That is all we were asking for. To have a system in place, that an emergency system, an AMBER, as we call it, an AMBER alert system to deal with missing children. That is what the motion, that is the crux of the matter. But knowing the PPP, they refused to have it. But what they did was to allow the Prime Minister to come on the floor to sort of have a debate without having a debate. And that is unacceptable. It goes against the norms of Parliament. And so we were not having it, and we walked out of Parliament.
So you're not going back for the day? That's it? You're done?
We're not going back for the day. We will spend our day in the streets with the people. We understand why they're out here. We feel their pain. Look, and so I am a father. I have children, girl children, similar age. And so I understand, many of us, or all of us understand this pain and this sorrow that the parents and all Guyanese are feeling at this moment. And so we're out here in solidarity with every other Guyanese that are out here of all walks of life. You have every Guyanese out here, regardless of who they support politically, regardless of religion, regardless of political belief, everybody is out here to give support. And I believe that the police have acted wrongfully. What they should have done initially at the starting of this investigation, they failed to do. They have failed to undertake their own SOPs, their own standard operating procedures. They failed it miserably, and they are the ones who would have caused this whole uproar in society. They would have created this tense situation because of their actions or inaction, so to speak. And so that is why we're out here. We're going to stand with the people today until we get justice.
You are one of the MPs for Region 2. I know that you guys have had some form of vigil in that region, but give us your take from your point of view. How has that been for the people of Essequibo?
Well, look, Essequibo, as all the other regions in the country, is really feeling it. We're really, all across the region, all across Region 2, you hear people talking about it. Everybody wants to know what is going on. Every single village wants to see justice. And so last night, we had that vigil where you had hundreds of persons turning out of all walks of life. And you would know Region 2 is traditionally a PPP stronghold, but it was really, you know, it hit me to the core to feel, to see persons of all walks of life, even persons who would have been PPP supporters in the past, come out to that vigil and their say out of that vigil there last evening. So it was, you know, it was a good show of togetherness, of unity, of one people. We move with one voice in Region 2. As we are moving in Georgetown, we see in Region 3, we see in East Coast and West Coast, Bubis, and even in Bartica, as far as Bartica, and we know we're in Libnan, is supposed to have something, and I see Mabaruma as well is shaping up. Port Kaituma is shaping up with something as well. So this is a widespread support for the family and a widespread call for justice across this country.
And yet still the government failed to show empathy, to show that they're on top of this whole matter.
Today, by their actions, they've proven to us what we've been saying all along to the people of this country. They don't care. What they're focused on is a small clique of elites. That is what they're concerned about. They would like this problem to go away immediately without any justice. And you know, we have to take them to task at this stage. I'm happy that so many Guyanese came out, because we've seen similar situations. We've seen in the Orange Boston border what happened. The president made a commitment and nothing happened 4 years later. We've seen just last year, I had cause to upbraid the Minister of Home Affairs just about a month ago in Parliament at the committee level, that 1 year has passed since Sergeant Vaughan was killed by the police, by his own colleagues under mysterious circumstances, and nothing has been resolved in that matter. I asked Minister Ben, and he had absolutely nothing to say, except that he himself was surprised and he will ensure that they do their work. But nothing has occurred, and he was killed by the police. We know who killed him. We know what transpired, but nothing has occurred. Now, you have other situations.
The 20 Americans that were burnt alive, no justice there. Right? The 2 that recently killed in Linden, the 3 before that.
We saw how the police operated in Linden, and in every case, almost every case, they lied to the people. That is the most painful part of it. They lied to the people. They came out in Orange Boston case. They came out with a statement early in the morning, said that he was on the bed, or we all with some gun or something, and we all saw how it ended up. He was actually in his bed, lying with his wife naked. And there's where he was shot. We see the statement put out in the Quinlan Marcus murder. I believe he was shot in his back, running away from the police. And they had something different to say. They ended up compensating him years later, 24 million, a paltry 24 million to the family. And they admitted that they would have erred and committed murder. We see that in the recent case of the young guy in Linden, where they came out with a false statement, and then not knowing that there are video footages in circulation, and they had to withdraw it. And again, coming down to little Adriana Young, they came with a false statement. They actually convinced the people to disperse, come up with all sorts of false statements saying that a young girl would have left in certain vehicles. And you know what is more hurtful? No other than the Vice President made a pronouncement on this. He actually said that he would ask for the video, but we're still waiting. 4 or 5 days later, we're still waiting on that video where they had the young girl leaving the hotel, going in some vehicle, and they had vehicle number, they had names and all these things. And so it is clear that there is a conspiracy. It is clear that the police have failed us. It is clear that the government of Guyana, the Home Affairs, they are in charge. You know, we often say that it's not political, but if you politicize the police force, and we've been saying that for 5 years, if you politicize the police force, if the president, the commander-in-chief himself, made a case for his boys to be promoted, they have to bear the responsibility and the blame for what is occurring in the country right now with respect to the police force. They are the ones to be blamed. A change must come now to Guyana. And we must be the movers of change. The people must be the movers of change in this country. We're ready for change, but the people have to do it.
Thank you, MP Shawenholder, outside of the hospital here on Middle Street. The crowd is still here. Stand by, we're going over to another protest area at the Commissioner's office there, and give you some updates of what's happening there as well. So stand by your phone, stand by your tablets, your computers. We're going to be heading over to another protest that is happening at the Commissioner's office, the Police Commissioner's office, and we're going to bring you that update right now, as soon as we get there. So stay tuned.